Hello, Elias Munsha here. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Ukwebat muchiteko share. Nabantu bonse. Anyone who is coming across you in your network, please do, because as usual, I have something to talk to you about today. Usually I don't like coming on Thursday, but something has happened that requires our attention. And so because of this, we have to come live and talk about some of these things. So thank you for joining me. Share with as many people as possible, because Hello, Pastor Floyd. So today we are talking about something that has happened in Lusaka. The Alliance apparently is facing very rocky issues, very rocky relationship. And so I hope that through our broadcast today, we should be able to talk to the leaders that be to see how they can salvage this relationship, because it's not beyond redemption. There are still ways that this thing can be resolved. Now, I know that there are some people who are in the background and they are working very hard to see how the two sides can come together. And so we are going to give chance to those people, because this evening, they need to begin talking to both parties. Number nine, that Facebook commentators. We Facebook commentators, we must also play our role, because some of you think that, no, I'm the running mate or anything like that. No, forget about that. I'm a Facebook commentator. That's my number one job. Facebook lawyer, Facebook politician, and Facebook everything. So that's why I come on Facebook to talk about some of these things, right? Now, and then I'm not a cadre of any political party. Contrary to some of the assertions who go that, no, Monsha is a cadre of this political party. No, I'm just a cadre for the poor. Maybe that's what we need to do. Get rid of all these political parties, because if ama political parties ubwafya tabomfwa ifirefwa yabantu. So I think we need to get rid of them. As cadres of the people, cadres of the poor, what do you think? I think pantu when we are about to go to elections, confusion, it's completely uncalled for. So where do we even start? What happened today? First of all, we need to urge both parties. They need to cease fire. So that they give chance to people who can intervene. So we are appealing to the UPND. We are also appealing to the NDC, both camps in the NDC. Give an opportunity to elders of the nation to bring these parties together, these parts together. There is still possibility in the next day or 2 days. So let's give them a chance. Nomba ilo tule wapela chance ukobati bomfuane na ifoto wala abika potu mashui tumoto wakobati tuchiteshani na ifoto landepo tete tule kefyo kobati fifintu firechtika. Now, what is happening here muri alliance is not new. Yonse kuma alliance kwa liba tuwa kulanda. Nomba imwe as political parties ba HH na bakambwire mufure mwachita read mood yabe na Zambia bwino. What is it that Zambians want? In other words, you put the interest of the nation, the interest of the people, ahead of your own personal and party interests. That's the only issue here. The only issue, Kuvika, the interests of the people of Zambia, Abena Zambia. If of Webabemba to Tilat, Omuine Musunga. Talamba minwe. What it means is, umwine the owner of the porridge nangu ifi yakulya nangu alamba shanu kuminwe ngale kuperako kupoka walya tetiwe omuntu wakuletera umusunga atiya ero nomba wambo okumushoba atuwabe ifi minwa okulamba. You can't do that. Bantu wemwine. In this context, abene ba musunga bena Zambia. It is the people of Zambia. Teimwe. So even before you begin looking at your own personal interests, look what is the mood of the people of Zambia. Abena Zambia. Nivinshi balefwaya. That's very important. Bantu abena Zambia ebene ba musunga. Mamona. Abena Zambia ebene ba musunga ebale ipika. Oyo musunga oyo abaletereko natote. Oyo musunga abaletereko oyo bena nani bena Zambia. So nomba tetimu mwambe kokula mwena mwabena Zambia tiyo bena Zambia. No. Omwine musunga talamba minwe. So you listen to the people of Zambia. If you cover mule koshat yo we are this, we are that. No. Zambians could care less. What is the name UPND or what is the name NDC? Zambians they don't care about the names. They care about the vision. They care about corruption and theft. Those are the things that they care about. So imwe ba HH na ba CK mumfwane kulaba otuma problems utuchita arise in life nomba kuba steady nimwebo mule tunguru nimwe mule tunguru so kuba steady gwino sana. Okay. So nalatampa kwelilia chitumfuane bwino ushechali shane pakobati mumfwe bantu naine na ndomfu wako tumalwambo nishumfu. I'm not a political insider. I'm actually an outsider. I'm actually an outsider. Ngumfu afye ero nabo mfia amano yachifialirwa to interpret amano yakuchiwe mpala na kumirenge eyo mbomfia ngana mfu otuntu. So if you're ndefo kulondolola kwa papa no. So abengi ndefo munkonke bwino sana. Alliance yaba naba UPND alliance. Nearly all the parties abalefwaya okuingira mu alliance naba UPND. Bonse bale station bale ibika po. Mama. Bale ibika po kwe bati limbi kuti kwaba chance ya kwe bati bena ebo basala okuba president. Kwe bati alliance nga yaisa pamo. Elo nomba ma parties yonse yakabe neutral. Mle mfogo no gwino sana. Most of the people abale ingira into an alliance with UPND. What they wanted was they enter into an alliance and make every party neutral. And then after you make every party neutral, elo number from the neutral alliance of several parties, elo number mwachita choose a presidential candidate. Number na mwishiba. Pakwaka no bunga tapabansoni. Inenga jakusira ninkwata the second largest party in the country, the biggest opposition. Elo nombo muntu wasanji wakobati yo mkwai we need to neutralize everything. Na inewe inepano kuti na akana. Jebere kui? Why would I neutralize? I'm the second largest. Njichite neutralize. Elo nomba tulanda alliance ikachiteshane. Elo nomba ikasare. That does not make sense. Kuchita recognize the senior partner. That's why ama alliances yabantu bambitafya bombere nshabalumbule yo. Bantu yo baire kuli hichirema balemwe boko batuwebo hichirema tupange alliance nomba muri alliance twala panga bonse twala aba equal and neutral partners. What chupo at equal and neutral partners? No. Okay? Ofye na mweneko difference ni kambwiri. Devo mungu fuishe wino kambwiri. Edio kambwiri baingiremu alliance na ba UPND. Kambwiri outrightly said, I am willing. If you have quite neutral, no. I am willing to let my elder brother, believe me, my elder brother, nanguba hichile mabamone kafire kwati Kalumendo, is an elder brother to Vakambwidi. Vakambwidi balandiro kwati, I want my, you can go and see what he has been saying. I am willing to play number 2. And I recognize Okowa Church in a UPND is the largest party. Echo tulefwaya, Coach Session, kubombera abantu, echo tulefwaya. So it's okay. For the first time. Once ama alliances ayakale yonse aya, icho tayari bombera yako batu, MMD bebere neutral. Aba ayo kwati neutral. Nabari abambika party kariaka party na kokene nabo bene bayingira ko bebere neutral. Iyo mko ayibane. Number Kambwiri had a different strategy. It's okay. Kuti naba number 2 mu alliance. Ero twale kashani. Haka inde hichile mapantu is my elder brother. He's been in the game for a long time. No kulosa badi losa po emikuishingi. So it's okay. Na alaba pela kwa chance yako but nabo babe number 1. I'm willing to be number 2. Everchari, you can check your records. You can check if in deranda ishire sabaira fie ishire panga fe mumutu iyo nama interviews mwaya sanga. Even the spokesperson for NDC, everybody randa. Everywhere. Just go Saboi Imboela, spokesperson, Mwala Yasanga Mkoibadi Londolola Gwino. Okwebati, what the people of Zambia want is this alliance. HH, president, running mate, most likely, Chishimbakambwe. Chishimbakambwe. Now, it's okay. I'm willing to do that. And the only thing that we needed now was Okwebati. If you now Zambia and Jeff Barefwire. Okwebati I alliance station. Ibombe. It's okay. Number icho nsangire po bwafya. Ain ndevwa miebe dishina. This is where now we require. So the issue of who is the running mate is one of the issues that were almost resolved. Tapali bwafya po about the running mate yo mwebo. There was no problem with Kambwiri. There was no problem with HH. But I don't have inside information. But you know, so that Munshewa the running mate. But it's good to be in the stories, Mama. It's very important. But no, it was all a made-up story. But of course, so who? HH. Nomba abantu babufi abantu ba mulomo na hapa lifyo mtende bwino kuposa poinshi kuposa kwa kavundula. That's exactly what happened. So nombo mwine CK alifyo bwino vilafina akavundula ba PF because ba PF nabo bali nu pali Kambwiri bali mfuwa IH peshaman. They are willing to do everything okwebati bapoke mweshe. So now you are fighting so many battles at once. That's the only issue here. Running mate is not a problem. I know that informal agreement, you know, informal agreement, but running mate is not an issue. It's almost so it's not a deal breaker. Running mate is not a deal breaker. The issue here is, what is the name? Number Imamwebena Zambia, you tell me, do you mind what name this opposition thing is going to be called? You tell me. You tell me. What? You tell me, do you mind? Do you mind whether this alliance is called UPND, NDC, or whatever it is? Do you really mind? If you do mind, Nish, you tell me. So you tell both the UPND and the NDC. If the issue is the name, well, find a way to resolve that problem. It's a very simple problem. What is big about that problem? You tell me. Okay. CK has an issue under appeal. Sorry. There is no issue here with CK's candidacy. Just so we are clear, there is no issue with CK's candidacy. Okay? CK is not disqualified on the basis that his case is under appeal. No, he's not disqualified. All right? So, does it matter, the name? Ishina, padivu wafia, Ishina, ilili nefi Ishina fie, pape na problem ya kwa about number, you give the PF an upper hand. Because you can't agree on what name you want to call yourselves. Right? Pando, even if you are HH, kayinge ngolevo okuteka kuleta bonsama players abo wishive they are there, they work with you until wateka nga wateka nga fyachinje ni fyachinje, but in the meantime while you're negotiating, why not? Bushe kukongo ni fichtik kukongo neighbors in Congo ni fichtik. Abantu barenda that yo Tshisekedi na Kabila nombe ifintu fyambo kuchinja because Tshisekedi na ikala pampando ifintu fyachinja. So fyachinja. But as long as you're negotiating your way, it's give and take. Give and take. Give and take. After you form government, a few movements, it's human. Those movements are inevitable, right? So Ishina Ishina. The people of Zambia want the PF out because the PF, like any PF, badiva. Nemiti mufipatala, efeta muvere emiti mufipatala, nicho badiva. Impia shamiti shonse, ba PF badiva. Elo, utupio tu ashala poati kashteni umuti, baide ishte miti shiabola. Baide tola fie kumarabo, ba PF. Kwacha na iwa under ba PF. Ichalo na chipia, but valungu ulupia. Eba kwete fie ulupia, vega valungu naba nabo. Kuchuwe mpala kukesi kulia, wafie buliko, bulanda weka. Valungu, pelo munabo KCM. Elo munabo wachitashani, afumia ama long-term contractors aba kuchingola. Aleta ko ama kadaz banangwe. Katuishuko abafumishe. Ubunga, umutengo wa bunga. From 30 kuacha. Inonshani 100, 120, 110, 150. Uyuka teka, amoneka fiko tari tekania. Delo, nikanie, expert. Mulibuka bualala. Ave pesha mubukule kanshi hadi ya Kongola aiva Kongola tuive icho kanshi aveka la chalo bonse naba kuli ubuchushi ubukalamba sana umulandu wako bati ba PF naba chita mismanage chalo. They are at their weakest point. Elo nomba twakwata ko chance yakwe bati ba opposition kuti batuwafuirisha ko kutupokolola ko kuli ababaka bwalala. The opposition says tafia bombe umulandu weshina. Mwebo umulandu weshina peshina fia papene fiati UPN nomba. What's wrong? If you want to call it UPNDC, why can't you just call it UPNDC? If you want to call it NDC PQ or AEOO, you can call it anything. The thing is, it is what the people want. What do the people want? And then, Kasolochi saying that the alliance must work. Could you tell me a reason why the alliance needs to work? I won't go into those reasons. Oh, Mama speaks. All right. So those are the things that must work. Okay. The UPND is always like that towards elections. They always make big mistakes. They don't know that CK is very valuable to UPND. Yeah, so, yeah, you know, I don't know whether UPND is making a mistake. It may, in fact, not be a mistake. I don't know. But what I'm hearing, Kovena Zambia, opposition is Pantu. If you as an opposition, you are not together, Imwe as an opposition, you are not together, it's very difficult to beat a ruling party. Extremely difficult, right? So you need to work together, unfortunately. And there is nothing like you can't work together. What happened in Malawi? Why did they manage to unseat the ruling party in Malawi? What do you think happened there? They managed to beat the ruling party in Malawi because at second try, not at first try, they were splintered, the Tonse Alliance. The Tonse Alliance. It was different. Chakwera was his own candidate. The vice president, Chilima, was his own party, and Mutharika. So three main parties, they're the ones that went on. Mutharika came out as the winner, right? When they did the second run, I want you to get me very well. In the second run, Chakwera and Chilima came together. These people were not seeing eye to eye previously, but they came together in the second run. That is when they managed to unseat Mutharika. If in the second rerun of that election, they were three splintered groups, Mutharika would still have won in Malawi. It's simple common sense. Right? For a single party to win, to pull what Michael Sata pulled in 2011 is not easy. Do not even compare yourselves to what happened in 2011. What happened in 2011 will continue to confound political scholars. It was a very complicated situation to make Michael Sata win. All right? Because Michael Sata assembled around himself a very complicated alliance. This is what some of you do not understand. Michael Sata brought together a very complicated alliance, okay? And the key vote that took Michael Sata across the finish line was from Western Province, from the Lozis. Without the Lozi vote, if that Lozi vote had either gone to UPND or that Lozi vote had gone to MMD, there wouldn't have been that victory in 2011. Right? If Michael Sata managed to win and become president in 2011 because of Mongu and Senanga and Sesheke, the Western Province, the vote from the Lozis, that is what determined. It wasn't just the vote from Bembas or urban areas. They are not enough. So can that be replicated? Very, very, very unlikely to replicate that kind of thing. It's very complicated to replicate it. The reason why it's complicated to replicate it is this, okay? Michael Sata appealed to the Barotseland in Mongo. Rupia Banda sent Bakapokola to go and shoot at Lozis in Mongo. That's what Rupia Banda did. Michael Sata went the following day into Mongo. Nokuya beba timo mweba lozinga muamvotera au restore Barotseland, 1964. And then he worked on Inonge Wina. Inonge Wina was a part of a smaller party. So he managed to coerce her, he managed to coerce Mubukwanu, he managed to coerce given Lubinda, even if given, he managed to coerce all those people and made that alliance that managed to give him the presidency in 2011. So when we are saying opposition parties should work together to unseat these thieves, it's because that is what the people of Zambia want. There's got to be some form of an alliance. This idea that we can't recycle who? Didn't Michael Sata recycle nearly everyone? Were you in a Michael Sata mletasha? That's the recycle my politicians, mamuvene. You know what I mean? What is needed is leadership. President. Afuirokuva president who have steady. That's what matters. President. Afuiri aba president who is steady. No, but Shimbakambwid added that it's okay. Na large support. HH president. That's nishi problem was over. That's the main thing. Aranda therefore large support. You know. I'm not privy to some of the gossips and deeper politics. I'm not privy to that. As a person from Chiwempala, observing, if you have interfered, that's all. This idea that you need an extremely clean Kambwidi, an extremely clean Kambwidi. You want an extremely clean Kambwidi? Oh, you can't do that. An extremely clean clean. Okay. Doesn't work like that. You coach the compromise. That is the key. Coach the compromise. Okay, as long as much the fight to become president, that is what is needed. You know? That's what is needed. So if ever go to Kambwidi is facing criminal charges, it's useless. It's not an issue. All right. So has President HH determined who the running mate is? No. Ngabasanson they think that's the variance on there. But kuliko some agreement. So we are appealing to NDC and UPND. If there are smaller parties within the alliance, no, you are not. For goodness sake. NDC has a seat in parliament. Some of the you are a member of a political party. No, but your political party has no representation in parliament. You are small. If you are small, Kuba very, very clear about your own abilities. Not weka nono wambo kula ibika pwati na yuoli chikulu iyo ngoli kanono nishuri kanono. It's okay. Ngawakwata kapati akanono ako wakwata ngawalikwata akanono teku ibika pwati no beka akulu pantu ukasebana wati uyu muntu ale yumfu ale itukumuna atali kwate chikulu kanshi te chikulu yo akwata akanono. So kuba very realistic. Ngakanono kulanda fiat kwena inie kapate kande kashani kanono. Better. Take over your muchinshi, you want to all to be equal partners and things. Takwa be if you want equal partners. Where? In politics, there is nothing like that. Who are quite the highest is the major partner. Who get the more support? Who get the more members of parliament? Is the major support. Nomba imute go wet pantua panga ka pate mairoa saka panga lero na my ideas now kwa ififine twasa panga cadres party ifwe elo taida akula wino cadres movement of the poor party cadres of the poor twaipanga lero mairwati we are the ones who are going to determine everything. Imagine. No, kuba realistic ukumona mwala iteshan bola mwala twala station. That is what is needed. Okay, so what are your comments? Penlock, Evanson, they're showing us that it's about them. That's what they're doing. So let's just ditch them to pang a new movement. They're not listening to the people. They're not. Kuchambesha kopa simeota mulebomba mubombe bwino noti kuwati mocha abantu okuchambesha ukota mwangala bwino. Okay, mukatambe aba recorded. Umwine musunga talamba minwe mwevo talamba minwe kubomba nabantu epera. Chirisheli said the CK and spokesperson have gone about this the wrong way. Instead of pointing fingers at the moment, there is still time. You can still talk to them. You can still write the messages and say, people, please listen to what the people of Zambia are saying. Lukono Chituse, someone was paid to destabilize the alliance. That's the reason why he didn't attend together with his mouthpiece. Those who attended are the ones who came out to tell the nation on what they agreed as NDC party members. Okay, there is a lot of details there. If apari if it's possible if into we can't fault that. What do we do from here? The people still have it's the prerogative. For example, you can let these two political parties, those are the two major issues, UPND and NDC. So kubebera pofie baneta pavanso nyapa iyo kwebatale bane umfuaneni umfuaneni If go back to you because this person is not as clean, that's not politics. Unfortunately, politicians in Zambia, you don't rule because you are clean in Zambia. You lead because abantu bakuvotera. That is the thing. Takwaba any other thing that determines who the leader will be in Zambia. That's why if forever kweteko ataba sambira if maiko satalera ndiroko but mweba sambirira omwenso because if tumona kwana kalimonga wasambirira ninshwateka never ever it doesn't work like that. Abateka nibali abayiminina epera abeba nibali abaleteka epera abangaleta hope mchalo nibali abaleteka. That's it. So if you go back Mwambe go kulala that this one can't, this one can't, this one can't, this one can't, lueno because who came in now in nishaba president. It ends there. Mwakonka nyapo no kuchula, mwakonka nyapo na bakerenko kuiva. Mwakonka nyapo na bantu bashakwata na vision. Tabeshi benefe barechita. Baga tuishi and teine. Wemo menfinch village tika katuishi. Who did this teine? What and what? You're going to continue with the same people. So if you go back at clean shane, in fact, you people Zambians, tamuvotera na abantu aba clean. HH atemini neko very clean. Mwakana. Mufuwa efie abantu aba mingalato. You know what I mean? So if you go at muisa mkunje but you take clean people very seriously. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, we want a righteous leader. Never smumboyo aiminina. Yonse ba pente never smumba. Pente munabo. Tabamuvotera. Muisa munji bo mulo muapati you are seeking what kind of leaders? What is needed is for this alliance to work with the people that it has. Chapwa. Bakwate tufumiepo bakabwala la bareteka. Ine alliance ngayasanguka ikabwala nayo ine tukaifumiapo. Will be every kwabela elections every 5 years. Kanshi ungamwabika po abantu bareiba, mwabika po nabo mwabika nabo bareiba. Kula bachinja afye twakula chinja afye. Baka nomba bena Zambia wakaranda nomba kanshi twala sara wesa. Uyu ine kada of the people na watekeko. Nga change that. At UPND and HH only has no interest, no one else but them. Mwe we had no interest in anyone else but himself. This is the justification I don't get. Michael Sata, Vambo kumfuana na HH. HH na webere, let's neutralize everything. Sata tikwi, evere iwe na ine, eko afumine temia under 5. Michael Sata, okuya kani na HH, atiwe HH. Atiyo basata mwakota, atiwe, was I born odd? Those are the politics of Michael Sata. Number confidence yako Sata is rewarded. Confidence yako HH is not rewarded. That's not fair. Sata can do whatever. They are having an alliance. By HH balande kwat na inembepo. Sata evere 0. That is not even negotiable. We are walking out. That's what happened with the alliance in 2010. That's what led to its downfall. That alliance with UPND. So HH insists to cover ninenkweta abantu, ninenkweta ma MPs, ninenkweta score 1 million voters, 30 at its selfishness. So that it's not selfishness. Kuichefia. That's why it's okay. Realize that was the issue. And right from the start, I didn't no, let my elder brother, let my elder brother let my elder brother. I'm okay to be number 2. Nomba iyi opportunity ishua mwa tuleke twalira ife fwebe na Zambia. Bonse imwe ba UPND na ba NDC. Kamwala konkani apwe finish nomba ife fwebe na Zambia. Twala mibwera mo. We look for an alternative. Because we shouldn't be cadres of all these parties. For what? Why would somebody be a cadre for UPND or a cadre for NDC? For what? We want to be cadres of the people. Okumfu efyo abena Zambia bale idishani yanefe bale fwaya. No good to understand ubufi bwa abena Zambia. Very important. Ogood to understand ubufi bwa abena Zambia. Ogood to understand the lies that they've sent across the country, across the Bemba speaking areas about HH. And I'm trying to use this platform here to bring some visibility. But what is needed is both CK na HH muikonka na abantu abale michita deceive, because sometimes people deceive you know. Guys got muy bugu ya that when you are president te tumone bwino atichimoneka kwana kalimolipa mulu wa mabula. So, and you're looking at the things from the top. So, ulemona sana mabula, but sa ulemone misambo how things are connected. So kuliabantu abalesa mkukwebo tundutu wabufi, and so you are not able to see where the branches are. Ulemona fia mabula ya letenkana. Efia alanda Guy Scott. Zambia's acting president for a few months. Take a coffee a few months. A impression apang. So even in UPND, some people that will be lying to you, but no, just do it. You don't need this, you don't need the other. Malawi example tells us otherwise. To replicate the Michael Sata victory is difficult, very difficult. Because once we take Barotseland out of the picture, there is no other region where you can go and play on emotions to win. There isn't any other region. Which one? Bantu, if people take via the plan to vufi kubabemba okweba muika votero mutonga, you know, that is a very huge blight on our country and on the future of development. How do you fight that? You know? So ngakwabaka opportunity kakweba you have that opportunity ngamwakwate your opportunity number, you begin discussing other things. That is what you do. Nomba imwenga yakutirata mlefoku mfuana ba UPND na ba NDC mtuwebe tusali amano. Mtuwebe tusali amano. Tusali amano fwebena. Kainge ni fwebene. We are the owners, we Zambians. Ni fwebo fwebene, ni fwebena Zambia. We are the owners. The PF is sowing this confusion, but you know that the PF itself is on extremely shaky grounds. Let me tell you. So even the PF at Baleseka, if it's the NDC Alliance, they are in a very shaky grounds. You'll be very lucky if the PF will go to a convention. You'll be extremely lucky because they are under extreme shaky. It's extremely shaky right now. If you are lungu there, it is tough, extremely tough. So they shouldn't even be laughing at the alliance, at the opposition, what is happening. They better be prepared for this tsunami that is about to hit them in PF. Right? Over by Inonge win. Over by Inonge win. Over by Inonge win. What will happen over by Inonge win? You wouldn't be surprised if Nabobe never PF balachta what UPND did. Which freeze all the positions and just say you only aspire for MCC. That's all. Because kuli inkondo, because ababemba. Let me tell you, ababemba in PF. Baleva aba kuchipato kovat mwate kapafula tuwali mipela chance. The next person after Lungu afwiroko bashani afwiroko epa inkondo apo. Mama wina na wewe tapali ukondea nchini yakaichi. There is war. So you can't say that what is happening in the UPND is of PF, but the opposition at least need to know. Okay, but this is the chance that they've been given to come together and remove this thieving government and listen, most importantly, to the people of Zambia. That is what is needed. President HH must rise above the leaves. Stop just listening to the tree, because he's only looking at the leaves, and it's looking very green and very nice and wonderful. Ati fifyo wamona pa fya wa misha, ati when we boga take, you know already, you know, afuira chitako look around kuli bambi mampande kwa mano. If you tulandaranda kuno chachi ne tulalandaranda nomba owa mano kuti atola motumo if you bala ichita play. Could you please stick to English? Yes, I will stick to English for sure. Yeah. So that is what is needed here. Okay. The people of Zambia have been very clear and categorical. They want the PF government to go because the PF government has failed terribly. They have stolen from the people of Zambia. They have failed to supply medication to the people. The little medication they've supplied is the medication that they went and took from garbage bins. They went and just took it from garbage bins and brought it for the people of Zambia. They have mismanaged the economy. They have no idea, no vision. They don't know what they are doing. The people of Zambia want a unified opposition. A unified opposition requires give and take, give and take, give and take, until we fight this thieving government. Gosachanda, if you want to win the battle with your enemies, you just cause confusion between them. But you are concentrating too much on what the other person is doing. That is inexcusable. The issue is you as the opposition, you need to know what you want. You need to listen to the people of Zambia. That's why I said initially, you need to listen to the people of Zambia. That's it. Now the UPND is too selfish. The top leadership don't want CK. It's up to President HH to sort that issue out. It's true. You may not want a person, but if that person has a strategic role to play, you've got, it's not that people want each other. In fact, politicians don't even like each other. Who do you think, do they like each other? Does PF like each other within their own structures? Do they like each other? Why do you think they're trying to kill each other? Why are they doing all these things in PF? Do you think they like each other? It's not about liking. It's about the vision for the people. They desire to see what is the best way for us to deliver to the people of Zambia. That is what is needed. It means giving and taking, you know, negotiating with people that you perceive as enemies in order to advance a bigger vision. That is what is needed. So it's true, the UPND can be suspicious, but at the end of the day, suspicion will not deliver anything to the people of Zambia. It's give and take, honestly. People don't trust CK, unfortunately. So which people, you know? Some people don't trust him. Fine. Yeah. In politics, you don't work with everybody you trust. Common sense. Trust. They even go ahead and marry each other. Two people. Trust. A marriage where there is no trust, people still go ahead and marry each other and do all sorts of things together, and yet they don't trust each other. So what about politics? So what trust is needed? Trust for what? The issue here is that the people of Zambia do not want this patriotic front government. That is one thing that is very clear all over. But the people of Zambia also don't trust because like the Bemba speaking peoples, they've been fed lies. The tribal lies that they've been fed. They've been feasting. They've been giving them tribal lies in Luapula. Even when the UPND is clearly a multi-tribal party, a party for Zambians. But the tribal accusation has been inculcated in much of the North. That's why I'm not going to beat. I don't beat about the bush. You know how I talk. You know what I tell you. That's exactly what has happened. So how do you then deal with that kind of thing? How can we best deal with this? So trust. They all don't trust each other. You, even voters, you just go to vote for whoever. You just feel good. At why are you voting at? I just feel good. Very good music. So because of the music you're voting, you don't even take any trust into consideration. Mish Tiger, my young man, please phone me again. Sorry, I missed your phone call. We go. So you think butane was bad? Rethink on that. Butane was just avoided to distance ESL from the third term. Butane was bad. Butane was extremely bad. Shimbakambwiri is still held hostage by PF through the case of forgery. I don't know how many people we are going to talk about that. Names are very important for posterity. There is only one people who really matter. It's the people of Zambia, the name of the people of Zambia. Forget it about all these names. What does it mean? What is UPND? What is NDC? What is needed is to listen to what the people of Zambia are saying. Yeah, UPNDC simply, eh? Previous Chirea, I'm from Luapula, and to be honest, PF has indoctrinated the people there badly with the message of Tongas are evil. In fact, I grew up believing that they are greedy until I moved to Southern Province for school. These are lies. But how do you deal with it? That's where now, you see, that's how we little things. There is a problem somewhere, the truth will come out soon. I really want this alliance to work, but CK is not too stable. He has been enticed by PF. He has been going to ruin the alliance, the most critical time before the election. There will always be people talking, please. Right? There will always be all these rumors and things like that. But you don't live on the basis of rumors. Every cloud has a silver lining. We can't force things. And for such meetings, why the NDC sending vice president? What I know is that for a meeting to be called to order, there must be a quorum and food for thought. If you send a representative, it means you vest them with power. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. Christian Sisi. Munsha wesu, ichiwa chikuishive, tachikudia. Achikupuishisha. Yeah. Oh man. Kutu waseka. Pa screen pali ngokuseka kwa wino. Not if mulenje nala sebana. Nala sebana umlandu wakuseka, Bantu ufuyiro kulaseka muchinshi. Omba ayama sayings mwatampo okuposa apa nala sebana atiyo munsha. Taseka bwino, nokumbwera mo ati munje taseka bwino ati chiwa chikuijive tachikudya achikupuishisha ai mwandi. True. Anyway, Hamwemba, honestly, gentlemen, you people should be spending time discussing policies and agendas in the different parties and the way forward. This issue is blown out of proportion. Yes, I agree. I think the issue has been blown out of proportion. Mwene Jr., Frank, You are on air. What do you have to say? Oh, okay. No, I don't think you were ready. Sorry. Should I bring you back?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
Hello. Good evening,
Yes. Yes. You are on
Council
air.
Moshe.
Yes. Yes. What do you have to say?
Okay, I've been following you from the time you started this live broadcast for today.
Yeah.
And I like the examples you've just given us. You know, even in marketing, you look at the brands, and you've just given us a very, very candid example about what transpired during the Michael Saja and the HH or UPND alliance that didn't take place. And the reason was simple. There was no way HH would go into an alliance and demand for a 50% share. No, that doesn't make
Mm-hmm.
sense. Michael Saja
Yeah.
had already branded himself, and he was commanding
Yeah.
more shares in the brand, you know,
Yeah.
which is exactly the same now. HH has already made the brand, which we can,
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't just make sense for CK and his group to go there and demand for more shares. No, we have to be very fair.
Okay.
Another example I can give, it was during the World War, where we had two camps, the Allied powers and the other camp. When they won the war, when Russia and the French were defeated, the Great Britain and the other parties that won. What I'm trying to say in short is that the Great Britain, they were in charge of the shares. They got the bigger part of, like in terms of colonizing countries, they had a bigger hand,
Right. Okay.
and
No, no,
compared to smaller countries that did really contribute, you know.
that's understandable.
So when it comes
Yeah.
to this
No, no,
thing, I just
we've got
really
to go
uh,
when
okay.
we've
Thank
got
you.
to go. Yeah. No, it's like we really don't follow how these things started. Kamwidi, in fact, is the one who said, let the UPND be the leading partner. At least from that's what I heard from CK. That's what I heard from the NDC. Let the UPND be the leading partner. I don't know whether that's that's anything else. I don't think Kambwiri went into the alliance and told them to change into NDC or for Kambwiri to become the presidential flag bearer. You know, I don't think that is right. You know, does anyone have alternative facts, different facts from what I do? But what I know is no. Kambwiri, in fact, went as a junior partner in the partnership. The only issue I think is the issue of branding and the name. Is it going to be UPND Alliance or is it going to be UPND NDC Alliance? I think that's where the major issue is. And as Zambians, our own concern is what difference does it make if it's UPND Alliance or UPND NDC Alliance? The good thing is for you as leaders, as two political parties, to come together so that we remove this party from office, the ruling party. But if you are saying that we cannot come together to remove this political party on the basis of the name of what the alliance should be called, then you are too self-centered on your own brands. But you're not caring enough for the brand of the people of Zambia. So there's got to be some giving and taking here, unfortunately. Because if you are having a brand, and in that brand, you are much more concerned about protecting your own personal brand. And you are not interested in protecting the brand of the people of Zambia. The people of Zambia that are suffering under the corruption of the Patriotic Front and lack of general vision, no vision at all. So should we sacrifice Zambians on that basis? No. I don't know who's supposed to come up with the final things here. Is it who's supposed to make the final compromise? I don't know. On the issue of running mate, I think there was a compromise clearly, but on the issue of the branding of the name, that is where the issue is.
Chisumba.
Yeah, boy. Good evening.
Good
Is it
evening.
afternoon in Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah, like okay, let me just comment on this NDC issue. I think the man, Dr. Kambui,
Yeah.
and the other group, they only have the problem with the name of the alliance. But now, I think my opinion is that this woman, Savoy Mboida, just blew this thing out of proportion of calling the alliance partners as selfish people, blah, 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 blah. I think, yeah, like the name of the alliance should be something that the Zambian people will easily know, not a strange thing, you see? Because if they come up with a new name, it means that new name will have to be registered at Registrar of Societies and everything like that. And everything like that. But there's no time for all that. There's no time to campaign with a new name because Zambians, a lot of Zambians don't know that kind of a thing. So it should.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. There are some registration impediments here. That is understandable because in Zambia we don't have like the Malawian or the Kenyan example where parties can come together, form an alliance, and in fact go ahead to stand for elections on the basis of that name. So the issue is if you formed an alliance, either the UPND is going to absorb everybody and they become UPND, or you're going to agree to say, okay, so UPND president, NDC vice president, and then you're going to divide constituencies so that the particular party gets a constituency. So where NDC stands, UPND does not stand. Where UPND stands, NDC does not stand. For marketing purposes, you can have Ifitenge. If in a Mobilisha, you can just have Ifitenge with 2 logos or 2 emblems. You've solved that problem. Informally, you can call it NDC UPND Alliance or UPND NDC Alliance. It really doesn't matter. If you agree that you're going to call it UPND Alliance, you go ahead and do that. But the question is, there is a dispute here. What we need is for parties to agree. The only issue is agreement. If they agree, then they are going to form that alliance and we move on. Okay? But the critical question is to do what the people of Zambia want, not what these political parties want. They've consulted amongst themselves. It's enough. They need now to consult with the people of Zambia. There is no political party that is going to win on the basis of the members that it has. This is very important. PF cannot win just on the basis of its members. UPND can't win just on the basis of its members. You need to talk to the people of Zambia. They are the ones that are going to be voting. So if the people of Zambia are telling you as opposition, come together, then they are saying, you come together and tell us that you've come together. That's it. In Milenge, we want when we go to vote in Milenge. When we are going to vote in Milenge, all we need to do is to know that UPND and NDC, or if that is the alliance, that they are not competing against each other. And then they'll be campaigning together for one president and the running mate. That's all that is needed here. So the issue of branding is that, no, it's understandable. You can't bring up a completely new name because you can't even register that name. But if it's a Chitenge that has two logos or 5 logos of political parties, including Nashala Neka parties, then that's okay. Yeah, but to say that we are going to use branding and that becomes the basis for disagreement is unacceptable to the people of Zambia. It's unacceptable to the poor people of Zambia that I'm representing. Yeah. UPNDC was going to be a better name. Yes, but remember again, this is just a banner. This is just a banner name. In actual fact, they can't form a legal entity known as UPNDC. No. So the issue here is not that any political party is going to be disbanded. No. these political parties are still going to continue existing as registered under the Societies Act. The only issue is for the sake of campaigning, that's all. So when we are saying that we come up with a new name, it's just a name for campaigning. It's not a legal change of the name. UPND has not changed to UPND Alliance after all these political parties supported it. No. UPND still maintains its own legal name. And all the other parties still maintain their own personality as parties. The only issue is to make it easier for the people of Zambia to know and identify Ukwebati. This is some alliance of some sort. So if the name was going to be UPND NDC, then let it be. Make Ifitenge, you're already late. By now, Ifitenge would have been printed because you can't win without Ifitenge. By now, if Mufitenge Mwaba can't Mufitenge Mwaba. So by now, Ifitenge would have been on the market already. 2 emblems or 5 emblems, it doesn't matter. 5 signs, it doesn't matter. But what is needed, the people of Zambia want to see some form of unity. Because if you do not unite now, you'll be forced to unite when, for example, during the elections, nobody clears 50+1, right? Because then there'll be a rerun until somebody gets 50+1. If you can't agree now, you're going to agree then? No. The truth of the matter is that UPND needs NDC Chimbakambwiri. Vakopala, let's focus on removing thieves than debating bland issues. Yes. Gordon Njov Mufitenge Mwabakantu, of course. Why do you think Ifitenge? That's why Ifitenge should be national dress, because Mwabakantu Mufitenge. Better UPND to stand on its own. Okay, that's fair. If that is what you want, it's okay. Go ahead and do that. But what do the people of Zambia want? What does a cross-section of the people of Zambia want? That's a much more critical question to ask. All the structures everywhere, they are saying, let the opposition work together. And when we say the opposition work together, who are the 2 top opposition parties at the moment represented in parliament? UPND and NDC. We are not just using any measure from anywhere. MMD, of course, is there, but you know all the problems that MMD has had. Charles Milopi on Diamond TV said the NDC initially demanded that the existing parties to be disbanded for the new party, and that was rejected. Okay. Eba Milopi? Milopi, Eba landed by Diamond TV. Okay. I can't... Yeah. UPND is selfish. No, why wouldn't you be selfish? If your party is leading and everything, why wouldn't you be selfish? You have 1.9 million support. The thing is, we need to focus not on selfishness or anything, any of those accusations. Pardon me. You need to be focused on important things. What the people of Zambia want. Of everything that I've discussed today, sure, we've talked about so many important things. Imwe Emmanuel Mwaba. EM. Imwe tola pofiat mufitenge Mwaba kantu. Mwalifite mwefitenge. Landeni fie nga mwalifite mwefitenge. Tusali amano. Sure, all this history to watch that. If you to asopolo la pano ifintu wingi mwebo to asopolo la imwe amano kufitenge. Mufitenge mwaba kantu. Anyway, thank you very much. The register is out. There is nothing surprising about the register. Of course, we knew that they're going to fiddle with the numbers a little bit, and it appears like a stronghold. UPND stronghold, they've tried to suppress by a few thousand votes, and then the perceived PF strongholds have higher numbers. That was expected, nothing surprising there. I'm actually surprised that they did not do far much worse than they've done. Okay? That's why you work with the numbers that you have. Better. You get to work with the numbers that you have. So is the opposition alliance willing to work with the numbers that they have at the moment? That is the key question here. Otherwise, in August, we'll be back to Kongola tuive. Nama kondom ayatulika. Na confusion ichong wichikwera. It's going to continue. Yeah. Joseph Wadia, all of you, there is this organization between UPND and NDC. Ifitenge, please. I don't know why Ifitenge, why should Ifitenge be an issue? Mufitenge. For those who don't know, Htenge is a wrap, a piece of cloth, usually worn between 2 meters and 4 meters and everything else. It's a wrap that that women use to wrap themselves. That's what Htenge is, a piece of cloth. Now, from the time I mentioned Htenge, it's like everybody now is, Joseph, please tell me, why? I don't understand. That's why the Minister of Morality and Religious Affairs, they want to introduce ifitenge. Yeah, mwandeni mufitenge omumwaba akantu. Wali mulenga alakwena mufitenge mwena mwaba akantu. Again, Bwalya Mulenga goes back to ifitenge. At mufitenge kantu nshikaba mufitenge. Agakulu. You tell us, because I'm completely ignorant. Again ifitenge. Tokozile mufitenge mwaba akantu kumirenge. Yeah. Mutuka Yannick, no, we are talking about ifitenge, please. Nothing legal. Ifitenge na fia legal. All right. Thank you very much. God bless you and God bless our country. I hope the little that we've shared here, UPND and NDC to come together, to come together. And people that are in the background working around, I hope that they will find our discussion here enlightening to steer the two camps to an agreed destination. Thank you very much, and God bless our country.